I am Dave Morris, and I have questions for Darnell Mayberry, NBA beat writer for the Oklahoman. And Darnell, you have a story in Friday's editions about Chris Paul. For those who don't know, how's Chris Paul's season going?
Well, he's having an excellent season so far. It's far better than what we saw in the Ford Center the first 2 years the Hornets were here. He's averaging about 21 points, 10.5 assists. He's like third in the league in assists right now. He leads the league in steals at about 3 per game, and he's still averaging about 4 rebounds. So all across the board, Chris Paul has elevated his game, and that's basically what my story is about. I mean, he's evolved into an MVP caliber player for the Hornets.
Tell me about the first time you saw Chris Paul.
I remember it was actually my first day on the job. I took the job here from Ohio. I was working in Akron, Ohio, and my first assignment was to go to the Ford Center and cover the seat selection that they had for the season ticket holders. Mm-hmm. And Chris Paul was there welcoming the season ticket holders, he and his brother CJ and team president Paul Mott at the time. Mm-hmm. So they were on the court, and I got to meet him and told him who I was, and he was very cordial, and he has been ever since.
All right, let's take it back to the hardwood now. Chris Paul's MVP chances for this season.
He has a better chance than one might think, but he has some big names ahead of him. Kevin Garnett in Boston and the season that they're having. Dwight Howard in Orlando, and they're having a surprising season. Right. But Chris Paul, he's definitely in the top 5 of probably MVP voting if there was such a thing right now.
Is he hurt because he's playing in a New Orleans market? For example, NBA.com has him ranked number 4 on their MVP list, yet in the All-Star voting, he's down there a ways in the guards.
Definitely, and I talked to some of the Hornets about it. I covered the game when they played in Dallas in mid-December, and they said that if they played in a larger market where people could actually get to see him more often and maybe played some nationally televised games, that would be a big help for Chris Paul's All-Star hopes and especially MVP hopes as well.
All right, I'll buy those answers, Darnell. You can read more from Darnell about Chris Paul in tomorrow's editions of the Oklahoman and online at News OK.